Everybody, and welcome to another general vlog video. This is, I think, the third video on this kitchen remodel that I'm getting ready to start. I really haven't done much of anything. Today was a material day. I had to go get my laminate flooring, which I have now, which matches my carpet pretty good. And it was cheap. It was actually the cheapest that Lowe's sells. And, of course, we have a lot of work to do before then. I just wanted to kind of show you the windows I had concerns about. They had them double trimmed, and it really looked bad. So I pulled all the trim off, and this is basically what I have. This is a replacement window for a home. This is a mobile home. This is a 1973 mobile home. No, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. A 1963 mobile home. So basically, I have 1.5 inch thick walls. That is, my interior walls are 1.5 inch thick. My ceiling is 1.5 inch thick. So, that being said, I've had to retrofit because I work on mobile homes. I usually don't get into the interior like I'm getting ready to show you. But I've retrofitted windows, house windows, into mobile homes before. I know what to do. Instead of double trimming on the inside, I put usually a 3/4 inch trim on the outside and a 3/4 inch trim on the inside, and split the difference with the window itself. I do see a couple things that they maybe did correct. I do see insulation tucked in there, and I do see some type of like a seal tape or something, and it does run around pretty much the whole thing. So I guess they tried to do something correctly, although I don't see the seal tape there. But look how nasty that is. That is from previous leaks, and we can also see up here the bubbling there. But it hasn't leaked for years, and it's bone dry. So texturing the walls, putting up new trim is going to hide and fix most of that. Now, I do have some damage down here, which I already knew of, that I have to fix. Not really sure exactly how I'm going to go into that. Probably just a piece of 1/4 inch Luan, cut out the old, put in the new, flip the plug the correct way. I don't want side to side like that. I want up and down like it's supposed to be. Same way with this window. But my problem is, this window not quite so bad. And I was really surprised to see, and I think it's from factory, I was really surprised to see that this front wall is drywall. Although it is only maybe 3/8 of an inch drywall, it is drywall. This window here, the consistency of the depth of it isn't too bad. Now, I used a 2x4 on the bottom. It sticks out just a little bit. I'm going to have to cut that below it. And then I'm just going to use trim around it. Of course, this one has not been sealed. There's no insulation, no foam, no nothing in here. So I will be insulating that. I'm not a big fan of the foam, so I will be insulating all of that. Well, it is actually insulated on this side. So only one side so far, and the top. Anyways, I can deal with this. It's not going to be that big of a deal. This one over here is real inconsistent of the depth. So it may not look it on camera, but it is. When you put a piece of trim up there, I'm going to have to shim the trim out because I don't want to reset the window. It's really not worth that. And it looks good on the outside. So I don't know. I'm just going to shim the trim out because it doesn't have to be shimmed out, but like a 1/16 of an inch to come flush with the face of the window. And that's what I'm going to end up doing. I'm just going to run everything flush. I'll run a thin trim, maybe 1.5 inch wide trim, and it'll be flush with this, and then make it look like a wide piece of trim. That's about all I'm going to do. It's not worth getting that involved in it. But now we come over here. I think I told you in the last video, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, off to the left. Remember the window? Oh, yeah. It is bad. I'm sorry for that glare. Yeah, this window was double paned plexiglass, which is about the weirdest thing I've ever seen. All the little shims and stuff that they had in here to separate the two pieces of plexiglass weren't even nailed, glued, or nothing. They were just laying in there. We can see we have some rot. But that is an outside trim board. What you see here, right here, that's the interior of the wall. That does look like a piece of treated wood, and this part isn't too rotted. I stuck a screwdriver in there and kind of dug around, and it seems to be okay. So this out here is outside trim, which can be replaced via the outside, just like it sounds. I am going to have to cut some wood to go in between here. As you can see, about a finger gap. I'm just going to do completely away with this window. Now we have this fake tile look back in through here. I was just going to leave that if I was going to leave that window in there, but I can clearly see now I'm not going to leave that window in there. So, and I just seen somebody walk through there. That was kind of weird. But anyways, that's what we have going on right now. And I'm going to try to pause this video. I've never actually done this. I do not edit. I'm going to try to pause this and see what that was walking out there. And I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. I'm back. I did not see anything out there. My neighbors, you can't see it from here, but they're only like 15 foot away from me. But all their lights are out and everything. Maybe it was just a shadow I seen from something dumb. Who knows? Could have even been my own shadow. But anyways, my problem here is, if you'll look at, we'll come right over here. If you look at this, when I push it, it does move. And this down here does move. But the problem is they didn't tie this in, the side in with the bottom. Nor did they do the top, which, yeah, actually they did do the top. So that all has to be faced out like this to be able to put a board in there to hide that, to completely do away with the window. And I'll have to put a piece in here to bring it out, to give me something to nail to. But I think I'm going to use really good wood, and by really good wood, I mean like a 2x4, and tie this in with a new bottom seal that I put in, and the new top seal, and tie it all in together and kind of strengthen that wall up a little bit. It is not worth me pulling that wall off there to redo that. This is a 1963 trailer. It's only a 10 wide, which your true interior dimensions is like 9 foot 6 inch, 9 foot 8 inch. So, we're not, it's just no value in it. I'm just trying to make it a decent, clean home like I've done in the living room, which I've showed you before. Yeah, I look at all the trash everywhere, all the Christmas stuff, and too many knickknacks and whatnots, but it feels like home to me. So that's basically what we're trying to accomplish in here. I just kind of wanted to give you a quick video on, man, it's not only the rot from the age. Yeah, everything can be prevented. If they would have sealed them windows, every couple years, that probably would have never happened. I don't know why this one here is plexiglass. Apparently it broke out. Those are hard sizes to find. But now, you can go to Lowe's Millwork and have a custom window made for no more than a regular window cost. But it does take a couple weeks. We had I don't know what to call him. He was a handyman, so to speak. He lives here. He's an older man now. He's the one apparently that put these windows in. He's also the one that apparently did all this work over here. And he leaves so much to be desired. He just doesn't know what he's doing. I'm not faulting him for it. But I don't believe this mobile home has ever been lived in. I think this has always been a summer place for somebody. Now, I did kind of hear that there may have been an older guy that lived here for a couple years, but other than that, everybody that's ever lived here has all been, this is a summer home. I'm on the water. I will do an outside video. I'm in a small trailer park. I think there's 6 people that live here year round. There's probably 40 trailers. I don't think there's that many, but so it kind of shows you the ratio of people that live here and people that don't. Don't you love that nice electrical work? Now I put in the new box. I haven't even wired it or anything. That's going to get rid of this. That's how I turn my outside light on. And I don't believe that's factory. I would hope not. Yeah, the 2x4s are sideways. I've already explained that, trying to fight for room. So the way it sits right now, I think, I haven't run across anything that I wasn't really worried about before, other than the window being a little bit rotted, which most of that is on the outside trim, which trim is cheap. It can be replaced. So I'm just going to have to spend 30 minutes there tying that all in together, putting a piece of board in there to just completely do away with the window. And that brings me back to, I eventually want to put like a, like the stamped, it looks like stamped tin, like you used to see in the old buildings and stuff on the ceiling. Lowe's sells it. I was at Lowe's today. I forgot to look at the price. But everything, it's wintertime. And, you know, work is slow for me in the wintertime. So everything's a monetary reason that I think for now what I'm going to do is just heavily texture this wall so you don't see all these lines. And just make it match the rest of the kitchen. And not worry about a backsplash yet. Then if I want to add a backsplash later, I have the options to, you know, only come up 12, 16 inches or something, or I can do the whole thing, but, you know, and then maybe do all back behind the stove. And I did find a exhaust fan today that's vent-free, ventless, and it has really good filter system in it, and I think I can make it fit. The only bad thing about it is it's stainless, and my stove and refrigerator are white. Yeah, on a better day and I had a little more money, I would think, great, I'll just go out and buy stainless appliances, but I can't afford to do that. So I'm not sure. I'm going to continue looking and see if I can't find white. But that's it. There's really nothing more serious than what I already thought that there was going to be. I just want to kind of keep you updated on what I'm doing. So I probably won't do many videos on the rest of what I've got to do just to strengthen everything up and to trim out the windows. I mean, you guys know how to do all of that, and you've seen that 1,000 times. So I'm not going to bore you with that. I'll probably take another video when I'm all done. Tomorrow I'm going to start, I do believe, on my cabinet closet type deal here that's going to go in here to hide the broom, and I can also put my vacuum cleaner in there because I don't have another place to put it, and I have to remove some electrical around and stuff. Then I'll come back and I'll give you kind of a lesson or tutorial or whatever you want to call it on how I texture the walls. I'm not really teaching you how to do it. I'm just showing you how I do it. It's cheap, it's inexpensive, and the outcome is pretty decent, especially when you don't like the looks of paneling that's been painted over where you have the lines. That's the look I don't like. If that was regular paneling, which this had, you can see had light color paneling in it. That was another thing I wanted to show you over here. Look how dirty this place was. See all this? That's what it looked like when I moved in. I just threw a quick coat of paint over it. That was under the trim, by the way. I just threw a quick coat of paint over it. I honestly didn't think I would live here over 6 months at the most. And now I'm going on a year and 4 months. And I still haven't gotten my house back through the divorce. I don't know what's going to happen. So I'm making it livable. And also at the same time, upgrading it. Making it look more modern, like I did on the carpet. You know, no trim around the bottom. I do have to put trim in here because it's going to have hardwood floors and laminate flooring, and you know you have to leave the expansion gap, so I have to have trim in here. And then I have tile floor in one of my bathrooms, and I have to have trim in there because I mop the tile floor, and with drywall walls, wet, water, mop, drywall, all doesn't combine very good together. And I do just happen to remember now, I forgot my 2 floor registers today. So it looks like another trip back out to Lowe's. But I've got quite a while before I'm ready for that. Anyways, I just wanted to do this quick short video and show you the windows. I expected them not to be done correctly. I expected them to be, thick on the inside, because those are regular house windows. This is a mobile home. And a lot of people don't know where to order mobile home windows. And yes, you can still order mobile home windows for 1.5-inch wall. And they're no more costly than a regular house window, but people don't know where to get stuff like that, which I will be sharing in another video, where I get my parts and stuff from. Like I said, I do mobile home repair, but I pretty much stick to exterior, doing vinyl siding, underskirting, roof overs, window replacements with the correct windows. Very rarely do I ever do any interior work like this. And this is kind of out of my expertise, but I have enough common sense I can figure anything out. But I try to not do it for customers because I have so many other options, as far as the underskirting and stuff like that goes. Anyways, I see now that my phone is dying. We're at 16 minutes. I hope my video quality is good enough for you. I do not edit. I don't know how to edit, and I don't want to edit. So follow me along this little journey, and you'll see how decent I can make it look. I'm not saying good, I'm saying decent, that I can make it look when I'm done for, a budget of $500 or under. So I'll have a complete total at the end of what it did actually cost me. So far, I'm only in at about $200. So we'll see how much work we can get done on that, and I will see you again eventually. And I promise this time I won't go a year and 4 months without posting a video. And if you like this, like, subscribe, follow. I don't know what all you do. Just kind of follow me around and see my adventures that we're going to get into. And you'll get to see how this turns out. If not, you'll never know. And you really want to know. Maybe not. Anyways, this is General Vlog Video. And once again, thanks for viewing my video. And we shall see you on the next video. Have a great day.